Hello and welcome to the San Diego Unified Office Skills Training video series, Tips and Tricks. In today's video, we're going to be working in Microsoft Word and learning how to add footnotes to our text. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a Word document that I have, one that we use in our Advanced Microsoft Word class. This one right here. All right, so in this document, we have 4 different authors with biographical information and quotes from various books. And it just serves the purpose of having something with text on it that we can then use to practice different features, in this case, putting footnotes. And so in this first author that we have here, we have some biographical information that's kind of interesting, and we're going to use our footnotes to give a little bit more information. So it says the American writer and Nobel Prize laureate from Oxford, Mississippi. Faulkner wrote novels, short stories, a play, poetry, essays, and screenplays. And so we see that this is a very accomplished individual, very accomplished author. And it's interesting that he wrote just one play. So maybe in addition to just having the quotes from the various books that we see here dating back to 1929, maybe at the bottom we want to put a little footnote here explaining a little bit more detail regarding that play. And so in Microsoft Word, it couldn't be easier if we do it the right way. If we're trying to just throw a footnote in there and doing it the hard way, we would come over here and put our cursor right there after play, and then we would do a superscript over here, which is just a little tiny number in this case that goes above the height of the text, and we just put a number 1. Then we'd come down here and make some sort of decision at the bottom as to how much we're going to push onto the other page, and so on and so forth. You could possibly do it that way, but that would be the hard way, especially if you're going to be adding additional footnotes at the bottom of your page. So let's take a look at how we could do this. So I've got my cursor here after the word play. And so now I need to move from the Home tab ribbon to the References tab. And in the Footnotes group, we have Insert Footnote. There it is. So I'm just going to click on it. And so automatically, a couple things have just happened. It sent me to the bottom of the page. It has taken some of the text from the quotes from this particular book and pushed it down to the next page to make some room for a footnote. And then has a little line there to kind of separate it from the rest of the body of the text. And then up at the top, where I had the cursor, it has put the number 1. So now all I need to do is type out the footnote itself, the information about that. And so to save a little bit of time, I have that actually at the end of the document. And if you've been to our advanced class, you know that we like to deal with the navigation pane that helps us out a little bit using styles with headings 1, 2, and 3. And so it makes it very easy for us to be able to go down to the bottom of our document here. So at the very bottom, I have footnote practice material. And all I'm doing is simply navigating down to the end of this 4-page document real quick. And this is the entry that I have here. William Faulkner wrote his only play called Requiem for a Nun in 1951. So right now, I just want to grab that and select that. And then I'm going to right-click on it and copy it. That way we don't have to type it out. And then to do a quick navigation back up to the top of the document, I can just click there. And we can see that there's our 1. So we're going to go down to the bottom. And now all we got to do is paste that. And I could do that with my keyboard with Control V. All right, so there it is. So we have our first footnote. It says William Faulkner wrote his only play called Requiem for a Nun in 1951. Piece of cake. So because we're doing this in the References tab in the Footnotes group and using the tools that Microsoft Word has for us, it's real easy when we decide we want to add more information. So looking at the biographical information of this amazing author, the fact that he won a Nobel Prize is pretty serious information. And maybe we want to put the date or some other information about that Nobel Prize that we don't want to put right here. And so that would be a good thing to put in a footnote. And so let's see, American writer and Nobel Prize laureate. How about we put the cursor right here? And that's where we want to insert a footnote. But we should see and pay attention over here that we already have footnote 1. So because this one comes before it, this one will actually become number 1, and this one will become number 2. And then down at the bottom, we see that this will also have to be number 2, and then we'll have to get the information for it. Again, I have it already down here at the end of our document just so I can copy and paste it more easily. But the Microsoft Word is going to automatically decide how much needs to be moved when we add this additional footnote. So there it is, and I'm going to simply click on Insert Footnote. And now we see that what was number 1 is now number 2, and the cursor's blinking right there for us at number 1, saying, all right, type out whatever your information is. And then, of course, we see at the top that right here it says number 1, and it automatically switched over here where it says play to number 2. So let's go down and just copy our big long little paragraph we have here with this information. And I'm going to just copy that much. I'm going to do keyboard shortcut Control-C for copy. And then I'm going to go back up to the top of the document and scroll down to the bottom of the page. And right there, I'm just going to do Control-V to paste it. So that took up a little bit of space. If it's too tight there, and if I want to, I can always just hit the Enter key one more time, just make a little bit more space. And so whatever room is necessary, Microsoft Word will automatically remove some of the text that's up here and put it on the following page. So as you can see, that a whole section from the quotes from Absalom, the 1936 text, has now been bumped to the next page, and we have plenty of room there for those footnotes. And so the idea is, if you're using the tools that Microsoft Word has given you, such as inserting footnotes, using it this way, it doesn't matter how many times you change your mind or how many footnotes you put on this page. If you have several of them, obviously you're going to need more room at the bottom for those to fit in there. And so Microsoft Word will simply and automatically just push whatever text is necessary down to the next page to make room for that. So that's how you put footnotes in a Word document. And if you'd like to learn more, we hope you'll come out and join our advanced Microsoft Word class and come join all the other trainings that we have. And don't forget, we also have PeopleSoft trainings and PowerSchool trainings, and you can find the IT training calendar in the IT department in the staff portal. Thank you so much for coming to join us today. We hope this has been helpful for you, and hope to see you in one of our trainings soon. Thank you.